What's up, guys? Welcome back to my 100% Okami Let's Play. We're gonna get started here. I'm gonna run down to the village and see how everyone's doing after being trapped inside of a fruit. Can't imagine that was very fun. I did lower the camera sensitivity, so it's not gonna be a literal nightmare watching me move around. So that's nice. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. Yeah, that's not strange at all. It's eerily quiet. More statues. Oh, nope. Sorry, just wanted to bark at the camera a little bit. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. No good, this one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. It's like pitch black out here. Perhaps if we had a little bit of sun. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. There's definitely something strange going on. Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. And not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? It's not going to stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible even for a god like you. Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you'd had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story. As if it wasn't obvious enough, they couldn't hammer it in anymore. Let's try drawing a sun in the sky. What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it followed that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Ami, let's go back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal now. Who are you? Introducing one of the best characters in the entire game. Village Elder Mr. Orange. A white wolf? Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is hundreds of years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Oh, taking offense to that. Whoa, no need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? I'm not one to mince words, I just state the facts. Old people and just saying whatever comes to their mind. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come for a ball. Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Denkubaru. Imagine losing a fight because you got hit with an old man. Game is generous, but not that generous. So these are really basic enemies. Just hit them 3 times. It's going to knock them on their ass. Hit them again. Give them a little power slash. Oh, and one thing I should mention, make sure that you go and collect your drops, because the game will not just automatically give them to you. And you can lose them. Oh, forgive me if the audio is a little weird. I tried to change things up a little bit, because I thought that I was a little quiet in the last episode, so I just wanted to change some things. So I'll be tweaking it as we go along. Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. That's the same thing that happened when we cut down the fruit. A little bit more fancy when it's there's larger interventions, but the more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you. But if you try it real hard, your true power might shine through. But boy, there sure have been a lot of monsters around lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around up the sacred deck, looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak that people can't see them anymore. Oh, anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun for a ball. This is going to be a very important part. So, praise is extremely important in this game. It's the source of all of your power, as Isun was saying. And it's also the reason why nobody can tell that you're a god. You're just a regular white wolf because they just don't believe in gods. I'm going to start skipping ahead a little bit because Isun can talk on and on and on, and I can explain it a lot faster. So basically what he's trying to say is you can pick up animal food, which these seeds specifically are for birds. So if we can find, here we go, some birds, we can feed them, give them the seeds. I'll do a little cutscene. You can skip this. This doesn't actually matter. Okay, maybe you can't skip it. Maybe the first time around you can't skip it. Hello? There it goes. Okay. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. That wasn't normal. That's not what's supposed to happen. Sorry about that. That was weird. I have never seen that happen before. Anyway, yeah. You'll come across animals all across the world. You only have to feed them once, and they'll give you a little bit of praise, and it's well worth it because there are lots and lots of animals, and animal food is very easy to come by, so it's a very easy source of praise to strengthen you before you get into any kind of stronger battles. Ah. Great Shiranui. Oh no. Poor guy. Let's give him a little wake-up call. Whoa. Hey, don't! Show your respect to the elders! Man, I botched that. Jesus Christ. Just debating if I want to do this. So, this guy will become, a regular. We'll see him a lot. I feel it, I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate, look hard. You see? Right behind you now. He always starts a fight for you to do. So you may have noticed in the bottom left corner that little circle that's yellow with a picture of Amaterasu in it. I forget what it's called exactly, but basically what it is a little shield. The better you do, the more that'll level up. You have 3 tiers of it, and you can get hit 3 times for free without actually damaging yourself. Humans were not to witness such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 18 seconds. So, what you want to do with this guy is you actually want to fight these enemies as fast as humanly possible. Or, what you could do, technically, is you could farm it for Demon Fangs. Because each enemy will still give you Demon Fangs. I'm not going to do that because it's not really necessary, but you could if you wanted. Oh, and as you can see, I turned back into a white wolf because I had used up all of my ink. When that happens, you lose your Divine Instrument, so you can no longer regularly attack, and all you can do is charge. And apparently that still wasn't fast enough for him. Sometimes the best way to do this is just spam Power Slash. And we got some food. As you can see, Power Slash is really, really strong. It almost killed them in one go, basically. And 2 Power Slashes, you can hit as many enemies as you can fit into the line. It's very strong. You fight well. I've chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I see the path you've chosen is also a path of truth. We got low praise. Really easy. Really fun. As you can see, this little divot here, this little circle, is actually, if you paid close enough attention to what the chests look like, is actually a chest. It's the top of a chest sticking out of the ground. We can't deal with this right now, but we will be able to deal with it later, so keep that in mind. Now, what I'm going to do now is there's actually another stray bead that we can collect right now. And it's not easy. It's kind of annoying to get to. I really hate it. It's that guy right there, that upper path. I'm not entirely sure if this is the best way to go about it, but this is the way I usually do it. So what you want to do is you just jump off of this cliff, do a little dash, hit the wall, and fall. Ideally, what you want to do is dash basically onto the platform. This may take me a couple tries. If this takes a very, very long time, I'm just going to cut to when I actually get it right. But for now, we'll give it a couple shots. Oh, close. Yeah, if I don't get it on this try, I'm probably going to cut, because I have a feeling it's going to take a very, very long time. And you want to basically do this twice, too, because you want to get the second chest that's on the bottom. Alright. I'll see you guys back when I actually do this properly. Oh. Well, it seems I was incorrect about which chest it was that contained the stray bead. As you can see, I actually tried a different method of getting up here. I don't think that that's going to work to get the chest I was trying to get to. That might work. Hold on. This might be a lot easier to do than the cliff method. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Whoops. My bad. Alright, I'm gonna cut away again until I actually get that chest up there. I got a first try after saying that. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're not going to break that from the back end because I don't want to fall off. Just going to take this nice and slow. Okay. Jesus. So that's a treasure item. You can sell those for good money. It's, I know it feels like a pain, but it is worthwhile to get. Alright, now that that horrific event of terror is over, let's move on. It's actually turning to nighttime, as you can see. So this game does have a day and night cycle. It turns from day to dusk to night. And as Isun was saying, you can turn night back into day. A white wolf. Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog Hayabusa? Listen to this. There's this field my mama tends to, you see. Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row, even though my mama was chasing him around trying to slug him. There are actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa is fixing to get all 10. Whenever you see that little ding and red arrow appear over somebody's head, it means that they have more to say. Think you can dig up all the turnips in my mama's field? Don't forget, you'll have to avoid being slugged by my mama. Ah, yes. Animal abuse in my Capcom game. Oddly appropriate, I don't know. I'll admit you're the better canine if you can do it. Actually, she's gonna try and slug us? Not exactly my idea of a good time, Ami. At least you have your celestial brush and wicked brush stroke. Oh, okay. Actually didn't know that keybind. There is a button that obviously moves the camera out, if that's easier for you to draw. I find it just a little too far. I kind of wish it was a little bit closer. Oops. Oh, okay. So I actually made a mistake here. That chest up there we actually can get because we already have the digging skill. I was thinking of something later. But as it turns out, you can already dig. So if you're playing on PC, it's going to be right-click. And you just want to keep clicking right-click, and you can dig. Now, what Isun was saying earlier about the celestial brush is that you can actually power slash the little pot on her head, and she'll stop trying to punch you in the face for a little bit. Oh, and I failed. I blame this on the fact that I have not played it in so long. I am very rusty still. Yeah, just make use of your celestial brush. This really is not hard. Your ink regens fast enough that you basically are never in any actual danger. Oh. Just try and keep the camera trained on her so you know where she is. Oh, that howl was the sound of it turning into nighttime. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa and I've been looking for. That means you've broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. Fine, you're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. Let me get some praise for it. Oh, and it's nighttime. The only difference with nighttime into day is that most characters are actually going to go away, and they're going to stay in their houses, or just basically be generally unobtainable. You can't really talk to them. Come up here. This exorcism slip is actually a damage item that you can use in battle. It'll just do a small amount of damage to every enemy on the field. In a big radius. Sorry, not every single enemy. If they're far enough away, they won't get hit by it. But anyway, some things can only happen at night. For example, enemies will only spawn at night. Actually, that's not true. More enemies will spawn at night, and certain enemies will spawn at night. But I believe you can still get attacked by enemies during the day. The other thing at night is that you can actually see these spots like this, indicating that there's treasure buried below that you can't see. Now, like we saw up here, some treasure is actually partially above ground to the point where you can see it, so you don't need it to be nighttime for you to see it. But if it is nighttime, you can see them a little bit easier. This Traveler's Charm increases, that's what the damage mitigation thing in battle is called, Godhood, by 1 stage. So if you're at tier 2, which is the little yellow circle that we were at before, it'll increase it to the 3rd tier, which is max, which is green, little green circle. Yeah, there's literally nobody out here. But I do want to keep it at nighttime because, like I said before, you can see where there's chests buried. And I want to keep looking around for more chests really quick before I change it back to day. Or if it turns back to day on its own. Oh my god, this camera. Jesus Christ. Might need to, like, invert the camera. That might work out better. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you know what? It is inverted. It's like airplane controls. So if I move the mouse forward, it's moving the camera down. Sheesh, he's already snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susanoo. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. I sure do want that chest. So one thing about Amaterasu, despite the fact that she is, in fact, a god, oh, and it's daytime again, she's actually not great in the water. She can't swim, at least not forever. So if we jump in the water, you can see that's our little bar that'll slowly go down. If you hit the jump button, she'll swim a little bit faster, but you can't jump out of the water unless the ground beneath you is close enough. Or ground above you is close enough, sorry. So we'll have to come back for that chest later. See if there's any other villagers that we can help. I saw this lady over here. And if you see anybody with that little symbol above their heads, that means that they're having a problem. Ooh. White wolf. Now that's a rare sight. Especially since we're not in the mountains. We're just kind of in, like, a plains field, really. So yeah, it'd be pretty strange to see a white wolf around here. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Yeah, case in point. Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. I feel like if I saw a wolf, I wouldn't be as nonchalant about it. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have covered. Those monsters are history. Well, if it isn't Isun, and riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I'd better get back to my work. Oh. Once again, you can talk to her. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? So, game doesn't tell you. I believe if you continue talking to her, Isun probably mentioned something about the fact that you could, you know, just draw in a new drying rack for her. A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful. Time to dry the laundry. I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe he doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. Not satisfied yet. Let's do a little bit more godly power. Draw the sun. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole and now this? Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. And we get a little more praise. It's fun helping people. By the way, if you're playing along, definitely get good at drawing these circles and drawing them fast, because it's not important right this second, but it will be very, very important later. So a little thing you can do is, you may have noticed earlier when I was power slashing the lady over here during the turnip minigame, I actually slashed a rock. Oh, well, or that tree. Well, you can interact with stuff in the background. So you should always check to see if maybe there's something that you can power slash that might do something interesting. For example, if you power slash the top of Mr. Orange's house, you get Kamiki oranges. Big food, good for the astral pouch. If you don't need it, doesn't really matter, but it's cool. If you are in need of a little bit of food and you happen to be in Kamiki Village, it's easy to do. Some chickens. And a radish. Let's talk to this lady. Kushi. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sake brewer Kushi. Working in the fields again, are you? Isun, are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know? But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susanoo give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Why, Ami, I think you found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to him 2 or even 3 times. Being God and all, you can actually tell when to talk because you'll see a triangle above their head. Yes, yes, thank you, Isun, for explaining things that I've already explained. I might change my pronunciation of Susano. I'm not sure which is more accurate, but I think it's supposed to be Susano, but I feel like Susano sounds better, so I might stick with that, actually. Susano's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero Nagi, and he loves his sake, too. He often pops around here to buy it. Everyone keeps talking about this Susano guy. I want to talk to him. But first things first. Let's see what's in here. You can actually cut this down. I believe if you dig right here in the middle, there's a chest. With some more treasure. Nothing to eat here. Some more oranges. I'm gonna try and remember where all the special treasure is. I think I should end up just kind of running into it without having to, but if for whatever reason I don't, I'll keep an eye on it, make sure to point out if there's anything that's been missed. Because there are areas in this game that you actually won't be able to return to, so you want to make sure that you collect everything in that area. I will point those areas out when we get to them, but for the time being, let's go see if we can have a talk with old Susano before it turns to nighttime again, and then we can go get our reward for that from that old woman, which is Mr. Orange's wife. Nice little secret, little shrine to Kushi. Looks like an etching of that Kushi girl. Wonder if this guy actually trades at all. I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi, let's... Oh, looks like he ain't waking up anytime soon. He's out cold. Oh, let's give him a little wake-up call, shall we? If that didn't wake you up, nothing will. Let's just leave him for a while and find something else to do. What a great hero. I don't know how you could sleep through getting literally charged by a wolf. I'm gonna quickly save the game here. Oh. Man, we're an hour into the game already. So much dialogue to get through. Should be wrapping up here pretty soon. Hoping I can get through Kamiki Village before ending the episode. I know we're getting... Well, some of this is going to get cut out, so I guess it's going to be a little bit less. Heave, heave! This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. Apparently it was, and we're going to be introduced to a new enemy. So, the enemies from before, which I forgot to mention their name, they were actually green imps. These are red imps. They're slightly different from green imps. They're a little tougher. They work a little differently. Not super differently. What they do is they'll put their, I think this is a shamisen, up to block. But what you can do is power slash it, breaking it, and taking them out. These guys as floor finishers, same as the green imps. You want to power slash them when they're down. Oh, I hit him one too many times, so I can't get the floral finisher. I forget if I mentioned that that's what those are called in the previous episode, but yes. Floral finishers are what get you the demon fangs. A little divine intervention, a little praise. Wonderful. Doing great. Whoa, Ami, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Oh, you sure look excited. Always bored. Everything comes so naturally to Amaterasu. So we can use the praise that we've accumulated to level up our solar energy, which is our health, our ink pots, so we can use more celestial brush techniques, the astral pouch, which means that we can get more revives, or we can increase the amount of money we can hold, which is important for the future. For the time being, I kind of want to wait to up the purse, but that probably won't be necessary for a little while. I mean, we can hold 99,000 yen time being. I don't think anything's going to be more expensive than that for a little while. So I think what I'll do is probably go with ink pots. Since you have basically, if you're doing well enough, basically 3 free hits almost every fight, health is a little less necessary, especially since if you have more ink, you can do more techniques, which can, in a pinch, save you from actually getting hit as well. Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is just one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Ah, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can go back to the city now. Say, Pup, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. Doesn't look like you could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. I thought you could talk to this guy. That guy's actually a merchant, and he will sell stuff to you. I kind of want him to talk to him, but I guess we have to go through this first. It has been years since I played this game, so forgive me if I forget a lot of stuff. But it should hopefully come back to me as time goes on. Well, let's see if we can get this lug to wake up. I'm the greatest. Well, I've done all I can do. Give him a little smack. Actually, it works this time. You just have to talk to that merchant first. Ah, I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. Huh? Who are you? And what business do you have with Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever? The great warrior Susanoo. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Ami seems happy. Look at her wag her tail. Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation. Get a load of this guy. All brawn and no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again? Quit bugging me, you bug. Yeah, Isun was pretty right about that previous comment, huh? I told you don't call me a bug. Come on, Ami. We're taking him with us. Put me down this instant. What will the neighbors think? I guess kidnapping is okay if you're a god. Oof, that's an interesting statement. This music is great for this, by the way. I think it only plays when Susanoo's on your back here, as far as I remember. There might be other times when it plays. Sorry, I'm just enjoying the music. Alright, let's take him over to the merchant. Hopefully he can take care of this rock for us. You mangy mutt. You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade. Tohen Boku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susanoo? Yep, none other than Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt the warriors engaged in battle. I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please? I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great. Okay then, no time like the present. Go for it. Wait! A boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. And there he goes. I wonder. I've never seen the guy train seriously. Ever. Let's go take a look. Yeah, that sounds about right. This drunkard. Taking a swig of his flask. I know I told that merchant I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm the legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Oh no, I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'll just have to train tomorrow. Get up, you jerk. It's no use, I can't even move. Why are you so lame? What do today can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susanoo way. Sake? Oh yeah, this village has a sake brewing girl, doesn't it? Oops, did not mean to do that. Let's go see if Gucci can help us out with our little sake problem. Oh, hello there. I've got a bit of a problem, you know. I have to polish rice in the mill house before I can use it. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. Wow, that's too bad. I should have never let that monster try my new Thunder Brew. Broken mill and flattened crops. That's all the thanks I get. Don't go giving monsters sake. They're bad enough sober. Sheesh, what was she thinking? Anyway, I guess this is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush, Ami. As usual, you see something that's missing, you want to fill it back in. What's this? The mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake. But now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. I better get started. I love how nonchalant these people are. Things just happen, and it's like, well, I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. Time to move on. No investigation or anything. Just, well, the mill's fixed. Time to do what I wanted to do. Oh, Kushi will give Abi a little pet. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, this thing here's for polishing the rice, you see. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got something I think you'll like. It's just some leftover stock from the store. But I made it myself. It's called Vista of the Gods. Oh, but are you old enough to drink, Snowy? Imagine giving sake to an animal. Whoops, I did not mean to hit you. Just wanted to collect these rice balls and destroy the stuff in the background. I thought you could destroy that stuff, but I guess not. Anyway, stop muffing about. Miffing about? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's take this sake back to Susanoo so he can do his quote-unquote training. Master of the Drunken Fist, I see. Hmm? Hold it right there, Fido. That smell. Is that Kushi's famous home-brewed sake? Fido, my friend, did you bring me some Kushi sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Ah, good old sake. Man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his bottle. Oh man, he's rubbing off on me. Battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's all so clear now. Let the training begin. I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come. So we want to help Susanoo out with his training a little bit here. Feast your eyes on this, Susanoo style, exploding implosion. Now, I forgot to show it off earlier, but if you actually try to destroy that rock on your own, it doesn't work. Power Slash is not powerful enough to break those kinds of rocks. Which leads into the fact that Susanoo and Amaterasu working together is actually more powerful than them by themselves. And off he goes. Susanoo style, exploding implosion. And the bottom half of the rock just dissipates into the ether. That's amazing! You sliced that huge rock clean in half. Even he doesn't understand how. You really are something. Wow, I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Look at him sweat. Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course. No problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Depot. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susanoo work his magic. What a glorious man. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Think he'll be okay? Monsters outside the village are nasty. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I'm in awe. When you cleaved the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah? So do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's Isu. Isu, Isu, Isu. Stop calling me a bug. I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. I believe that is called sexual harassment? My word. Oh, relax, lady. Furball here is more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. Come on, Ami, put your paw up or something. Go on, shake. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Amaterasu is asleep. Oh man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu. Could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. Wrong button. Apologies. I've grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Sleep ones, maybe. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Bah. I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here until I get all the brush techniques or skills. Anyway, Hami's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, you Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world. And I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. Man, this is a great partnership we have going here. I get absolutely nothing out of it, and you get everything. What is this, capitalism? That's a terrible joke, I'm sorry. At any rate, let's start by following those marks on the map. So, we're finally free to leave the village, and this guy who was complaining about not being able to leave has set up shop right inside of the village. How useful. Better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do the shopping, pup. I would love to do some shopping, thank you. So this is where you'll be able to sell your treasures. You can also sell excess items that you have if you have no use for them. Whoops. But as you can see, these are very worthwhile. Worth the money. Worth the effort of getting them. There's more than, just a few of those, so. And here is where you can actually buy both these exorcism slips to do some damage in battles and the feed bags for the animals, which I am going to completely stock up on. Well, maybe not completely. Buy some. So seeds are basically only going to be used mostly for birds. Herbs are random herbivores, meat is for carnivores, and fish are for a select few animals, not many. So you want to make sure you keep a healthy stock of seeds and herbs. That's mostly the types of animals that you're going to be running into, but try to keep a little bit of everything. Grab a little bit of this, grab a couple more seeds, because there's quite a few sets of birds in this village that I'd like to go and feed. Alright. So before I end things off here, like I said, I'm gonna go around and try and feed all the animals that we've been walking past this whole time. Letting me skip the cutscenes is just very strange. Not sure why that's happening. It's F1? Why is it F? I'm probably gonna cut that out, but if we're returning now, I found out how to skip these little feeding cutscenes. For some reason, it's F1. I don't know why, because I don't remember it being F1. I also don't remember it telling me that, so would have been nice if that had happened a little bit sooner. Oh. So yeah, if you ever wanted to return to the River of the Heavens, you have to walk through this Torii Gate, I believe is what these are called. These might be different. I'm not sure if these are actually Torii Gates or not. Either way, you have to walk through that in order to actually go in. If you walk around, that won't happen. You can actually talk to these guys. Wow, a white wolf. I thought the statue of Shiranui had disappeared. We look just like it. It didn't come to life, did it? Hey sis, this dog's got something weird on its back. What? Stop being silly. That's how rumors start. After all this nonsense of seeing a door of light before. But I did see it. Right inside this shrine, there was a door of light. Seems this little girl can actually see a lot of divine stuff. I don't see any door of light, but it was there. Inside the shrine, I saw it. Woohoo. I'm pretty sure there's a way these people can give you praise, but I actually am not remembering how. The statue of Nagu is erected to protect the village, you see. It's located even deeper than Shiranui's statue. They must really revere him. But still, wasn't there an even bigger statue of him around here? Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of something later. Apologies. Well, it's almost nighttime, so we can go collect our reward from Mrs. Orange in a minute. I'm gonna quickly keep doing a sweep around here. Make sure I fed all the birds in the village, as praise is super important. Oh yeah, these chickens. Oh, also you can power slash this watermelon. Get watermelon slices. Were there chickens around here? Right over here? There we go. So I'll use this moment to mention that some animals you can actually feed multiple different types of food to. You can feed them herbs or seeds or one or the other. So you can actually, if you know which animals they are, you can choose which one you have more of if you're running low on a certain kind. I think that might actually be... Oh, you can... Right, you can actually feed this dog here. As you can see, this food spurred no interest, which means that neither of these food items are what he wants. But I know what he wants. He wants meat, because he is a carnivore. He's a dog. Oh, there's these rabbits. These guys will eat herbs. And you'll see a direct correlation to the amount of praise that you get with how big the animal is. So the bigger the animal, the more praise you'll get for feeding them. So I'm going to buy a feed bag of meat. I'm gonna run back. I believe that they have gone inside now because it's nighttime, but what we'll do is head inside of Orange's house and go get our cherry cakes. Oh, I almost forgot. I promised you some cherry cakes, didn't I? I'll get you some fresh ones in a jiffy. You wait right there. Upsy daisy. Classic Capcom. Phew. Take these with you, dear. They're best when they're fresh. Thank you. They really feed things up. Ah, you're that unruly white wolf. That was quite a toss you gave me. Well, White One, I respect animals and their customs, but anyone who causes trouble in this village shall be dealt with harshly. You're a spunky little thing, aren't you? Hello, Mr. Orange. Still full of vim and vigor, I see. Say, aren't you that little troublemaker, Isun? If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Ah, never mind. I've got better things to do. Did you notice the sacred tree up on the hill in the village? She's known as Konohana. She's been worshipped as our guardian deity for ages now, but her flowers and fruit withered quite some time ago. What's more, I had a dreadful dream last night. A giant monster appeared and swallowed up the whole village. Might it be a sign of even worse things to come? I sure would like to see Konohana restored to her former glory. Oh well, troublemakers like you couldn't possibly understand. That will be important later. You remember, Sakuya was saying that that's her tree, and that she's a lot weaker because the tree hasn't bloomed. So, if there's some way we can make that tree bloom, that would be really good. So what I'm going to quickly do is draw the sun. Yeah, it doesn't have to actually be a circle. It can be a little loop. And we're going to go feed Hayabusa some meat. Get some well-deserved praise. We can actually level up our health if we wanted. But I think I'm going to hold off on that. The last thing I'm going to do is come over here, because you can actually make it over to this island, and there's a couple of treasure chests here for us to collect. One of which, I don't believe it's this one. Some more treasure. One of which should be yet another. No, not that. Am I misremembering? I very well could be. Or it's a spot you can't see unless it's nighttime. Oh well. I will, if I am wrong, I will put a little note in. I really should have made note of that. Or maybe I'll splice it in. Alright, well. I believe that's everything that we can do here in Kamiki Village. So next time, we're going to take our leave and see what's going on out in the outside world, outside of the village. Alright. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.